is another day.
Well, before we talk about the future of Nuno, let's just put into context West Ham's season. They're relegated with 39 points. That's the most a side has gone down with for 15 years, since Birmingham and Blackpool went down in 2010, 2011. So is there an argument, Alan, that West Ham were unlucky to go down with that points total?
No way. You can't be unlucky after 38 games. The fact of the matter is, you deserve to go down. They've been really poor for long periods. And eventually, what happens at the top of the football club, I've always said it, filters down onto the pitch. And that's what's happened at West Ham. Not good enough defensively, haven't scored enough goals. And ultimately, their recruitment over the years, I think, has been really, really poor. So, no, they're not unlucky.
What do you think they've got wrong in terms of recruitment? Because they've had the money in from Declan Rice that was available for them to spend.
Well, look at the 3 years since David Moyes has left. They've had 10 players that have been signed for £25 million or more. And you could argue, Somerville, Fernandez, maybe Castellanos, maybe. I mean, look, you've got 3 out on loan. It's an incredible amount of money that's been spent, and for nowhere near are you getting value for money when that eventually happens. Now, such an important big job is the recruitment, and clearly that's hurt them over the last 3 years.
What do you make of this group of players that they do have? You take away the ones that have been sold on from that list, the ones that have been loaned from that list, but the group that Nuno's had to work with, what are their limits? What are their capabilities?
I think they're good players, but I also think the teams who come up, as Alan said, recruited well, and that's allowed them to stay in the Premier League. But I've watched West Ham quite a few times this season, and I don't think, and this is damning for the players, I don't think the players have given up. I've seen them, players walking back, I've seen them not getting to the ball to put tackles in or stop crosses, and they're the fine margins which you have to get right in the Premier League.
How much of that do you think is on Nuno? The fact that West Ham, I mean, they'll be looking at the finances as well, and look at the fact that they lost 100 million last year, and they're going to try and rebuild now in the Championship. But when you look at his record, is that the record of a man who looks like he can keep his job and try to bring West Ham back to the Premier League?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty telling that he refused to give an answer, because also is that it affects the rest of the huge part of the football club. Because if you think there's pressure at the top of the league, there isn't compared to the pressure at the bottom of the league, because people and staff lose jobs because of it, and that's what you call the pressure. So I thought his answer in terms of not committing to that was the right answer, and that will be decided over the next few days. But clearly they've got so many things wrong over the past few years at that football club. It's all come down onto the pitch, as it always does, and they've been relegated.
Did Spurs get it right in terms of the appointment of De Zerbi then, even if it was late in the season?
Definitely. I think the appointment was a strange one. I think everyone thought that. But De Zerbi has come in, and it feels right. It feels right for Tottenham, and there seems to be a really good connection with the players and the supporters as well. It seems to be a good connection, and he's done his job. He's kept them in the Premier League, and I think going into next season with a few new additions to that squad, they could start getting back to where you expect Tottenham to be.
Well, Roberto De Zerbi made it clear right from the outset what he felt his role was.
I can do a big brother, father, and they don't need a coach.